AI is something you don't want to miss out on in 2025. Here are 3 AI stocks that can double and triple in price. First up, we have Applied Digital Corporation, ticker symbol APLD. This stock is not new to the channel. I created a video about this stock around 2 months ago when the price was around $7.49. This blue line is when that video was created, and since then we are up around 68%. And I believe this stock has more upside potential over the long term. However, I don't think the current price is the best price to get into this stock at. If I was looking to get in, I would wait a few days, potentially a few weeks, to let this pullback play out, and ideally get in at one of the lower Fibonacci levels. You might be wondering what Fibonacci levels are, so I've just drawn the Fibonacci retracement on the screen here. The way this works is when stock prices start retracing, they usually tend to find support at one of these Fibonacci levels, and this dark green area is where most retracements find the strongest support, and investors using this tool like to either buy or average down at each of these levels. So what are some prices where we could consider getting into this stock? The first price is going to be around here. This is $9.34. The level below this is around here. This is $7.90. And the third level is going to be around here. This is $5.86. This is not a guarantee that the price will come down this low, but if it does, there's a good chance we could see strong support here, making it an ideal area to dollar cost average. So initially getting in at the higher Fibonacci level and dollar cost averaging at the lower levels if the pullback continues could be an entry strategy you might want to consider. And when talking about the entry strategy, we also have to talk about the exit strategy. And for that, I have drawn the Fibonacci extension, which is similar to the retracement, but instead of support levels, this shows the resistance levels. And investors using this tool like to lock in some profits at these Fibonacci areas, which puts them in a good position to buy back at a discount if the price retraces. So what are some areas where you might want to consider potentially taking some profits? The first area is going to be around here. This is $19.69. And the level above this is going to be around here, which is $29.81. So locking in some profits as the price climbs up to these levels could be an exit strategy worth considering. So those were the entry and exit points for the first stock on our list, which brings us to our second stock, which is Arista Networks, ticker symbol ANET. Looking at the price of this stock, we can see that from around the end of January of this year, the price started retracing, and more recently we're seeing the price starting to climb back up. So what are some areas where we could consider getting into this stock? To answer that, we can use the Fibonacci retracement again, and I've just drawn it on the screen. We can see that this stock was finding support at some of these Fibonacci levels, ultimately finding the strongest support at this blue Fibonacci level before we saw this push up. And from here, we sometimes see the stock prices coming back down to retest some of these levels before making higher highs. So here are some prices where you might want to consider either getting into this stock or averaging down. The first level is going to be around here. This is $87.51. The next level is going to be $76.67. And the third entry point is going to be around here, and it is $61.38. So similar to the previous stock, getting in at the higher Fibonacci level and averaging down at these levels could be an entry strategy you might want to consider. So this is the entry side, and this is what the Fibonacci extension looks like for ANET. It looks like we are currently finding some resistance at this Fibonacci level, which goes to show why investors using this tool like to lock in some profits around these levels. Some price targets where you might want to consider doing the same are going to be the following. The first level is going to be around here. This is $137. The price target above this is going to be around here, which is $159. And the third price target for this stock is going to be $221. So that's the second stock on our list. You probably noticed that I'm using technical analysis to break these down. Some people trade based on news, others focus on earnings, and then there are those like myself who stick to charts and indicators. There are lots of different ways to invest, but if you're wondering which strategy performs the best, the one that's given me the biggest edge is investing alongside some key US politicians. Over the past few years, this approach has consistently outperformed everything else I've tried. When certain politicians make moves in the market, it often signals something bigger, and being able to track that has made a huge difference in my results. If you are curious about how it works, I put together a free video that walks you through the exact strategy I use, including real trade examples and the returns it's delivered over the last 3 years. The link to this video is in the description below. Feel free to check it out if you want to see how powerful this strategy can be. Coming back to the third stock on our list, which is AMD. The price of AMD has been pulling back since early last year, and more recently we are starting to see the price climbing back up. So what are some areas where we could look to get in or average down? We are going to use the Fibonacci retracement again to answer this. And the first entry level is going to be close to the current price, and it is $120. And the second entry point is going to be around here, which is $91.14. So this is the entry side of things. And to get the exit points, this is what the Fibonacci extension is looking like. The first price target for AMD is going to be around here. This is $182. The level above this is going to be around here, which is $211. And the third level is going to be around here, which is $248. Similar to the other stocks we've seen, an exit strategy worth considering is locking in some profits as the price climbs up to these levels. I will be making update videos on these stocks as the price gets to our key levels, so consider subscribing to the channel if you'd like to stay up to date with this. Also, if you found this video helpful, consider dropping a like on the video as that helps out the channel a lot. And if you'd like to learn how to profit like a politician, the link to this free video is in the description below, so feel free to check that out if you're interested. It's also worth mentioning I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research and your own analysis before you make any investment decisions. That brings us to the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.